Hello today and welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are talking about the jasmy AMA with hara, and basically we're gonna be going through each and every slide that we have. So let's have a look. The fourth industrial revolution has begun to engulf the world, connecting all goods, people and services via the internet and continuing to expand into all areas of our lives. We know where we've heard that speech before: the World Economic Forum. The big wave is giving birth to new products and services such as sharing economy, example car dispatch services, and automated driving and robotics industries, example artificial intelligence and unmanned convenience stores, example paymentless convenience stores. So there's a few very interesting things that are said. So the first thing is the fourth industrial revolution. We hear Klaus Schwab talking about these things. So let's have a look at what we are dealing with. Boom, there it goes, straight up on the search. So what is the fourth industrial revolution, and who is pushing this agenda for the fourth industrial revolution, spiraling the world into lockdowns and things like that? Well, it's the very same people that control your governments, your banks, your infrastructure, your logistics, your militaries, your armies, your everythings. And this is the very people, the World Economic Forum, and they're the ones who speak about this fourth industrial revolution. And the way that Japan is involved in this fourth industrial revolution is, well, Japan is one of the 7 G7 summit nations. Therefore, Japan has a role to play with its allies. Okay, so it says it has begun to engulf the world, connecting all goods, people and services. So everything from your call center services to your health services and your emergency services to your maintenance services, your housing services, your job services, everything that is a service in some way, shape or form will be connected to the IoT, the Internet of Things. And it seems like Japan and jasmy is the infrastructure for this exact linking of technology and continuing to expand all areas of our lives. So people, services and goods. The big wave is giving birth to new products and services such as the sharing economy, example car dispatch services, automated driving and robotics. So that could be your Ubers. Let's say your Ubers are automated. In the future they don't have a driver, they just turn up to your home because it's all automated, doesn't need a human, just a robot, and the robot has your sensors built into the car with the cameras that scan the road using the GPS to make sure it's not hitting any people or vehicles, and getting to from point A to the destination. Then you got the robotics industries, which is gonna be a lot of the workforce. Your call centers are gonna be just computers and robots, AI. So that side of things. your production lines that are going to be automated, and robotics are going to be taking over the human jobs, those things. And all of these things, all of these machines, these robots generate one thing: data. And depending on the accuracy of that data depends on how valuable that data is. And now if Sony only want to deal in high end technology and high quality technology, then that's a good start. So yeah, payless convenience stores as well, so that's going to be your everyday shopping. It's from your Amazon, your Google, your Asda, your Walmart, you know, even your petrol stations and things like that. It's all going to be automated. Just tap your card and you go, and that's it. You don't need you don't even need a human there to make sure everything's going smooth. Even if somebody steals, there's going to be so many cameras and so many ways to track who's in that perimeter. It's going to be crazy. Nobody will be able to get away with anything. So I think it'll be good. Okay, many of today's network services are provided by joint companies represented by GAFA. Ooh, that's like the third thing he says. Attacks GAFA. Oof. So they're not trying to hide. GAFA, Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, and others. In exchange for free use of the services, we, the users, give our personal data such as behavioral history, which should be owned by us, to the platform providers. So basically, Google, Apple, and even these apps on the App Store, you know, they have these terms and conditions. Nobody reads that stuff, and a lot of them have sneaky little things where they're basically getting you to give custody of your data over to some unknown. You don't know these people. And let's get realistic. Facebook isn't an individual, so if you need to sue somebody, who do you sue? Who is to blame? Because it's a whole heap of people that are complicit. Next note, on the basis, large amounts of data exchange from communications and networks, applications and other services, contact points, are collected, managed and analyzed exclusively by the centralized system of the platformer, and used and used for a variety of purposes. However, the data we believe should be securely managed has been vulnerably leaked due to cyber attacks, system flaws and human mismanagement. Maybe it's been deliberately done all this time because they thought they can get away with it, and now people are figuring out the mechanisms of how they manipulate things in the world. It's harder for them to get away with it because, for example, Meta, they were fined in the billions last year, just around October, November. Okay, 3 days ago. So they were fined billions last year when they were called Facebook, but now they've changed their name to Meta. They are no longer Facebook, but could face 11.8 billion 19th of December. It's now the 26th. 7 days ago, or a week ago. Just reject everything. Facebook, oh no, Meta to pay biggest ever fine of its kind of See what I mean? And this is the thing. Look at the date. December 23rd, 3 days ago. Literally 3 days ago. So this is exactly what Hara is speaking about in this conversation here. So, so that's number 3. Now go to this one. 4. Behind the scenes, data tracked, collected and analysed from networks can be misused to deliver advertisements or deceptive content designed to direct users to unwanted websites, and that's been happening a lot on Twitter. So where Elon Musk has taken over and he's saying, oh, there's less bots. Well, just this week there's been more bots on Twitter. So yeah, it's interesting. And even the advertising now, my Google settings are turned off for my speech recognition and all of that kind of stuff, but I could be having a conversation with somebody in the room and my Google would automatically pick up my voice. You know, you can do the voice search where you can just speak to your phone when you're searching for something on Google. Well, that happens, and it shouldn't happen if the setting's turned off. So it just shows that even when the setting is turned off, it's not truly turned off. Okay, next slide. The giant platform companies that have been growing rapidly have reached an impasse and are turning a major corner. Our basic philosophy is to realize the data democracy by putting personal data back into the hands of individuals where it belongs. Our basic philosophy is to realize the data democracy by putting personal data back into the hands of individuals where it belongs and managing it in a secure and decentralized manner. I prefer data sovereignty though. I like data democracy, but democracy isn't always a good thing, because let's say for example most of your voting population are drunks and on crazy drugs. Would you accept their vote to have dominance over you? That would be dumb. So democracy is actually a dumb idea. And well, democracy is only an illusion anyway. If you look at how society's working, it's all just an illusion. It's make you feel like you have a choice, but the decision's already made. Come on, let's get realistic. But yeah, I prefer the word data sovereignty. So if they ever change or decide to improve the company, I'd say data sovereignty. You definitely attract a lot more people. I think that would be more attractive to people, just the use of sovereignty instead of data democracy. Data sovereignty, yeah. The Jasmy IoT platform is developed based on its philosophy, based on the solid relationship of trust between companies and customers on the platform. We will create an environment in which data can be securely exchanged with each other as value. Now, I don't like the word trust. You know, in the UK we have something called National Health Trust. There's nothing to trust about it. Anything with the word trust in it is to get your guard down. But the way that Japan work is everything's based on honor and respect, and you know, you're not going to start something that you're not going to finish because you don't want a bad reputation. And that's how Japan works. That's why Japan only deal in high quality goods, and Sony's part of the reason why Japan do that. Based on the solid relationship of trust between companies and customers on platform, we will create an environment in which data can be value with each other as valuable information and build a new information era, the new user oriented information era. So that is a new term we have to look up, new user oriented. So let's have a look what comes up. information era. See what comes up. Okay, so I have a Huawei phone, so this is very interesting. You not sensing information. Ooh, okay. So this is a gem here. So which one's that? Information era. 3, 4, 5. So it's only 5 down. So I just have to do these things because otherwise we're gonna miss them, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's where we were. We are confident. Okay. Let's do this properly. Okay, so we got the new information era, yeah, which is called the new user-oriented information era. So now, if I go over to, let me just make sure the mic is actually on properly. Yes, it is. Oh. So if I go over to this now, yeah, let's see what we have here. So, boom. Okay, controversial. Conversational user interfaces, a new era of digital interface, a generation of interface interactive with digital systems as easy as having a conversation. Conversational user interfaces, UI, are on the rise thanks to messaging technology embedded in social media platforms and SMS-based communication. So I get all that, but you see some of this algorithmic AI things that are auto-generated. Like you have something called AI copyright, which copies what you can write a few words in there, and it will make a whole article. You know, let's say you want to make Instagram post about Jasmy coin, you can write a few words that you want this Instagram post to sound like, and it will make multiple versions. And the more you go through it, you notice that there's mistakes because it's a computer, it's guessing. But yeah, let's have a look. New remote sensing information service model based on integrated platform. This paper published novel using oriented information service model development trend to remote sensing information service industrialization. Traditional remote sensing information service model is often a typical product. Once the service model and Okay. That's interesting, but I want to see the Huawei thing because they do the 5G. They was doing a lot of the 5G towers. Viewpoint 2012 so these are from 2012. This is a while ago. It's like 10 years ago. Speed 0. Speed. Okay, so it seems to be like a way to get the information from the sensors more faster and more accurate, and having everything integrated and linked. IT infrastructure based on cloud computing. Yeah, so it's like having a hive mentality, but for computers, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. So let's get back to this slide. So that's the information. Just had to look at what this new user-oriented information era is, because I haven't heard that term before. So we are confident that we can create a new IoT business model together with you using this platform as a pivot, and help Japan once again lead the world into a new era of information. Where do you guys start? Bitget exchange. We established back in oh, so this is Hara asking Bitget exchange the question. So this is Hara speaking out. This is the admin of the Bitget thing, Marco Zhu, if that's how it's pronounced. We established back in July 2018 and currently we're one of the world's leading cryptocurrency exchanges with a core focus on social trading. We currently serve over 8 million users in more than 100 countries around the world and support of a 1,000-strong workforce. We aim to promote decentralized finance around the globe beside our flagship product, bitget's one-click copy trade. We also offer multiple innovative products. Flagship products, futures, quantitative trading strategy, spot OTC, launchpad, and etc. We've been constantly working on innovative solutions for the digital asset space since 2018 and currently rank in the top 5 best crypto exchanges in the world. We have claimed the leading position in the crypto derivatives market with less than 3 years, set an all-time high of 8.1 billion for daily derivatives volume at the beginning of 2022. First half of 2022 has been most explosive growth for bitget. Despite obviously for the unwelcoming market conditions, we realized a host of new products and services, expanded our team and partnered with several world top athletes from Italy's successful football team. Ooh, I gotta look at what that is. I'm not a football fan, but it's always good to look into these things because there are a lot of football fans. So, and there's a lot of money that circulates in football, hence the reason why these football players get paid crazy money just for kicking a ball in a net. It's mad. From Italy's most successful football team Juventus to esports organization Team Spirit esports. I like that because that's what Jasmy is also gonna be specializing in, but they're not really talking about it for some reason, and they were talking about it in the beginning. They've actually got a coin called EGI coin, which is e-game, and that is the esports side of it. And on the white paper for e-game, Jasmy's logo's on there, but I've never seen anything of it, and I think they must have had some management problems or something, or team problems, so we got to see what happens from it all. Turkish football club. That's right, that's not, no, sorry. Eating me a cake. I'm getting baked. I mean, okay. Okay. Lionel Messi. I've heard that name before. This initiative allows non-crypto users to learn more about cryptocurrency and especially more about bitget, as well as pave the way for more acceptance and collaborations between blockchain and traditional worlds. Some quick numbers about bitget. More than 8 million registered users from 100 countries. top 5 global crypto derivatives by volume and top 1 in copy trading by volume among all crypto exchanges. 10 plus billion of USD in average daily trading volume, ranked 5th among all crypto exchanges by overall real Bitcoin volume. Got another question for you. Can you tell our audience what can you tell our audience what has Jasmy achieved to date? So Hara's answering now. So this is Hara speaking. Our IoT platform uses a I can't say it. Proprietary. Man, it's so difficult to say that fucking word. Okay, our IoT platform uses a proprietary. It keeps reminding me of papaya tree, like the fruit papaya tree. Yeah, our IoT platform uses a proprietary. I think I got it there. Blockchain to maintain a high level of information security and is equal with functions necessary for higher up and IT managers to manage the operations of employees and outsourced workers, included recording operations logs, controlling in-camera and USB memory sticks, and managing away from the office. So this is very interesting technology, because let's just say the biggest loss of money I think a company can make is a bad employee, because if an employee is not an asset, he is therefore a debt. If he's not making you money, he is costing you money. So, you know, we live in an era where, you know, I know in the UK we have a more lazy society where people will moan more about their job. So yeah, it is a good way to make sure that your staff are working efficiently and effective, and working worth the wage. Everyone wants a pay rise, but are people working that wage? Are you working that hard to earn that wage? You know, if everyone wants a bonus, everyone wants this pay rise, and you know. So our IoT platform uses a proprietary blockchain to maintain a higher level of information security and is equipped with functions necessary for higher ups, so management to manage their workers, make sure things, targets, the goals of the company are met. Outsourced workers included recording operations logs. Yeah, recording operation logs. Let's say somebody has to copy some information from this destination and transfer it to that destination. Well, they want to keep a log of who's transferring the information and what information is that they transferred, because if something happens to that information and it ends up on, you know, the dark net, it ends up stolen or it ends up missing, that person, you could narrow it down to who is to blame, where it went missing, who's at fault, and I think it's important. Accountability. Controlling in cameras and USB. So that would be your Skype conference calls. Say you got a meeting. I actually really want to play Call of Duty, but I'm just doing this video, man, because I did a video yesterday and there was audio missing, plus we had other people getting involved, and I didn't end up doing the video about what it initially started the video about. So now I'm doing this one about the AMA, so I've got something out there that is fresh, straight to the flipping point. Got my little word to say on top of what's being relayed on this conversation. And yeah, also I'm managing away from the office, so if you're in another country, you're using somebody else's network, you want to make sure that that network isn't being penetrated by that other person and they're taking that data somehow. You want to make sure that that data is being exchanged safely. So okay, Jasmy Secure PC is the system that installs this on your PC. Jasmy Secure PC installs the largest call center. Jasmy Secure PC is installed in the largest call center in Japan. It was also adopted by the listed financial institution this year. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder what other financial institutions are going to be using this. We are currently preparing for an early global rollout. I like the fact that he's used the word early. Now, not long ago, a few months ago, Hara tweeted that we are ahead of schedule. So they're moving a bit faster than what they wanted to move, and this indicates that also. So that's a very good sign for Jasmy holders. So it says we are currently preparing for an early global rollout. The next fiscal year will be the period of expansion as we prepare for many users to take advantage of the system. So I reckon they've still got more listens to happen, and that's why the price hasn't really moved, and we saw that yesterday when they listed to bitget. So yeah man, they had the AMA in bitget. I think they've been listed on bitget for a while though. We also have a decentralized data server for each individual that utilizes the same blockchain, which we call personal data locker. The system is used in management system for the corona disaster, a professional baseball team, and in an automated ride sharing demonstration experiment. So I will actually show you this automated ride thing. I saw it yesterday, it's on Hara's page. It's one of the first tweets that he ever did. It's the thing, I've got to go all the way to the bottom of the page. But yeah, so it's going to be, it's also in the, I think it's called Hyperion Nippon Stadium, baseball stadium that they're building. So the tickets are going to be some kind of NFT tickets, and it's going to be like scanning, you have to scan it, and it's going to be using some kind of Jasmy network. I've got to find this page again. Okay, I'm not far. I had to do this yesterday. But they did an experiment with some smart cities that they're building, and this was last year, and also at the beginning of the corona period was when they was trialing this technology. So I'm guessing that a lot of places were trialing this technology, like the hospitals and everything. Governments, they probably had it under a different name, you know. Yeah, it's Jasmy. Oh, here it is. So this is the one.
広島駅から新富町に向けてゴルフカートで出発しています。
So it's a demonstration experiment in Kita in City Ballpark promotion room. We perform demonstration experiments tie from home to station with taxi and electric car. The day might not be far away when transportation changes the way we take things for granted. This time the target is those who live in the west of Shinto Miko. For details, search for Kitaharo ride. Boom. So you just search this and then we just go back on this, because this is where all the important shit is, right here. This is the very first tweet here. This is what I was actually meant to do yesterday. That's interesting. Son, you need to know. TripAdvisors. Ooh, TripAdvisor. We'll have a look at that, but let's get back to these because I'm gonna stray off. Okay. Current disaster. So we're currently developing additional functions that will enable more sophisticated data management by adding multi-sig type functions. Multi-signature, I reckon that means. That's what I think that means. Multi-sig. Let's see what multi-sig means. Multi-signature, yeah, I was right, yeah. See, I'm right, I'm always right. Yeah, multi-sig. Let's have a look. I've got another question for you. Can you tell us about your copy trading feature? So Hara's just asking the exchange this question now, so I think they're having an exchange of questions. You get it? Exchange. Okay. Marco Zoo. Bitget was the first exchange to launch one-click copy trade, and currently we are the world's largest crypto copy trading platform. It was introduced in 2020, persistently boosting the crypto fever for the last 2 years, designed to meet the needs of both professional traders and crypto enthusiasts. Bitget Copy Trade provides a transparent and reliable trading environment where others win when you win. Other exchanges also have a copy trading, but what makes Bitget's copy trading stand out are our high user activity on a user-friendly UI, millions of traffic exposure for a star copy traders that can get up to 10% in commission profits from their followers. That's interesting. 10% is a lot depending how much you're making. Filters to select. There are currently over 55,000 best traders for your copy trading needs. Before the next question, I want to remind everyone present that we are currently have a 3-day long event carefully prepared for our team and our friends at Jasmy. Please participate with the link below. Many prizes are on this event. So this is the current Jasmy event that's happening. So check it out, guys. There is a event. There's a few things where I think you just have to buy $20 or $50 worth of jasmy from this exchange and trade with it. And another one is tag, I think, 5 other people to a post on Twitter. Retweet it with the appropriate hashtags. There's a few little things on there. It's definitely worth doing. I start to do it and then I'm like, I can't be bothered. Yeah, it's not important. And I could do with it. I really could do with it, but I don't think my chances of winning anything is just very slim. I don't win nothing. So let's carry on. So the next question to Hara will be, can you explain to us what is included as part of the Jasmy ecosystem? So this is Hara answering now. Our business is to provide an IoT platform service that can provide personal information securely through our proprietary blockchain encryption and decentralization technologies. Data is the next oil, as they say, and with the advent of GAFA, there's big data creates great. Well, it says data is the next oil, so they're making devices that are gonna guard the data. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Data is the next oil, as they say, and with the advent of GAFA, where big data creates great value and generates huge revenues, personal information has proven to be of great value. Our vision is to return this value to the individual, and the embodiment of this value is the it keeps using that word, proprietary cryptocurrency, Jasmy coin. The Jasmy ecosystem is the big picture. Many people find the value in their data, exchange that value for Jasmy coin. So they're going to create this thing, what's been created. I remember talking about half of these things that they say they were going to make, and they now made these things. It's not like other projects where they're making broken promises, or they say we're going to burn this and burn that. From when a project has to mention burning coins, you know that there's something going on in the background, because nobody has to even mention these things. But yeah, it's very interesting. Big picture, many foreign people. Okay. The Jasmy ecosystem is the big picture. Many people find value in their data exchange that value for Jasmy coin and increase the value of their own data. So as the value of the data goes up, the value of Jasmy coin goes up. As the value of Jasmy coin goes up, that means the value of the data is going up. So it's Jasmy gets its value from data. It's not like these other coins that get their value from something else or a meme. You know, it's this is a solid project, man. They got solid technology. They got the encryption side of things. They got the cloud IPFS side of it's an IPFS project by this, from my understanding of it. I'm not the most knowledgeable person either. I've just learned all this stuff because I've been interested in what this thing is, and I've learned from others in our Discord channel. So hit the link in our description, hit that like button, hit the bell notification button, and subscribe to the channel. And if you have a Twitter, make sure that you share this video so others are aware that this is the big gem that's hiding in plain sight. It's the coin that's been listed to the most exchanges in the least amount of time. Name another coin that's got listed as quick as Jasmy has to as many exchanges as Jasmy has in recent times. There is none. Especially in the last year, it's done crazy. I'm actually building a list right now of all these exchanges, by the way, so I should have that ready in a few days, maybe a week. But let's get back to this. The Jasmy ecosystem is the big picture. Many people find value in the data. I've already read that. Got a next question for you. Okay, got a next question for bitget exchange. It is found that some traders will keep losing positions even after losing a lot of money. May I ask, what measures does bitget take in this regard, or how can I avoid the followers' position from suffering heavy losses? So jasmy has only been going down, but so has the whole market. It's you know, jasmy is new to the market as well, so it's just getting introduced. It's just putting the coins into circulation, so it's gonna do what it's doing. Okay, we understand the risks that come with market volatility. Please remember that upon placing a leveraged order, you need to make a deposit to your margin account balance. It is called initial margin. As the price of the underlying asset fluctuates, your current balance is subject to change. When losses reach a certain level, your account balance will fall below the minimum equity requirement, also known as maintenance. Known as maintenance margin. In that case, you will have to deposit more equity into the margin account, or you'll be forced into liquidations. Forced liquidations mean reducing your exposure to the asset and avoiding losing more than you can afford. However, you will always receive a notification from bitget whenever your margin account balance falls below the risk margin. Well, this is the good thing. You don't liquidate yourself until you sell. If you don't sell, you're not liquidating yourself. Especially if you know what the project is that you're getting involved in. Now, yeah, if you brought high and it fell low and you sold, you liquidated yourself. That money has now gone into the value of the coin and the project and the market. And the ones who profit are the value of the coin and the exchanges, because they're the ones who make money. It's like the flipping casino, no joke. So this is the only thing I can compare it to, and there's a few other people that we've had conversations. We're trying to compare it to what can we compare this game to, this new game called crypto. And yeah, it's just like a flipping casino, man. Let's get realistic. You got meme coins like Dogecoin, Shiba, and all this, and they move like crazy, and you know, to get all the sheep flocking to those mad numbers, and you get these hidden gems. This is like the jasmy is like the green, the zero on the roulette wheel. It's the one number, and it's like a 10x green as well. It's not like a normal green, it's like a 10x pain one, so it's gonna, when it hits, it's gonna hit big, and that's the thing. That's why it's down so much. One of the biggest features Bitcoin margin trading is you can switch your margin mode conveniently between cross margin, isolated margin. We recommend using the isolated margin mode. I don't gamble, so I'm just gonna buy, and when it falls I'll just buy more, and just play it smart, man. Play it smart. If you're 20 times your money down, just buy what you originally put in there. Buy the same amount, because when it goes back up, you're going to be 20x up on that. Oh, it's going to be crazy money. It's going to be crazy money. And you'd only have to wait for it to go up a fraction. Let's say you want to just cut your losses and just pull out. You don't have to wait for it to go up a fraction. You can just make profit on everything and just pull out everything. You know what I mean? But obviously, if you really believe in the project and you got balls, you stick with it. And you know, if you do your research and you really see where the world's going and what kind of technology they're pushing and what they're trying to mediate and moderate, and it's all to do with the internet. You got internet police now. You say something on the internet, turn up to your home, and they go, "Oh, you can't say that. You're gonna pay a fine, or you go communities." Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Crazy shit. Yeah, man. We recommend using the isolated margin mode for extremely volatile assets, as a maximum loss possible is restricted to the isolated margin balance only. Otherwise, you can adjust your exposure by changing your leverage levels or reducing your position manually, or choose or cancel follow trader. So now they're going to ask Hara a question. Tell me what your project key features and product. Tell me what are your project key features and products. So let's have a look what hara says. We have two main functions: secure knowledge communicator, which is the SKC, and the smart guardian, which is the SG. The SKC is proprietary. I keep using that word. I'm gonna just call it a proprietary. SKC is a proprietary. KYC, know your customer technology, and SG is KYM, know your machine, which applies this technology to IoT devices. So basically, this technology is gonna tie your physical identity to your digital identity from the aspect of your person, which is your biometric data, you as an individual, and your device as a service, a function, what is the right word, an application, appliance. So and they're going to be using these kind of IoT chips in a lot of things. So you're gonna be able to link. I can already link my phone to my fire alarms. I have cameras that I can link my phone to. There's so many things you can link your phone to. A lot of people have Alexas and things like that. Chromecast. All these things are IoT things. Everything. And they all generate data. Yeah. Your Alexas, what kind of things you watch, your Netflix, what kind of your Alexas, what kind of things you listen to, your Netflix, what kind of things you watch. Same with your Chromecast, when you watch how much of it you watch, all this stuff is metadata, it's data. It makes you wonder why Facebook named themselves Meta, especially after they got taken to court for billions over Meta. Metadata. Yeah. Okay. SKC is our proprietary. KYC, know your customer technology, and SG is KYM, know your machine, which applies this technology to IoT devices. These are patented internationally in the business and are unique to Jasmy. So this technology is only available to Jasmy. Nobody else has this technology in the world. Yeah, using this functionality, we are developing two services as already described. One is the Jasmy Personal Data Locker (PDL), the database for managing your data, and other is Jasmy Secure PC, which is the PDL to manage and control IoT devices. Jasmy Secure PC is currently applied only to PCs, but we are continuing research and development to expand it to IoT devices. So that sounds interesting, because he says it only currently applies to PCs, but they're continuing research and development to expand it to IoT devices. So where you have your iPhones and you have your I just made a noise that Uber Houston makes. IoT devices, yeah, which is your Androids and your even Arduino stuff, Arduino boards. Yeah. Man, this is crazy bullish info. I'm looking at the context that hara writes it in as well. I always look at the context, what words he uses. Remember, these guys don't speak English most likely, so they're using translators or Google Translate or something of that sort. So they're very specific with the words that they use, so they mean what they say and they say what they mean. Okay, as for the PDL, we are working to leverage the data of many enthusiasts and turn it into value by developing it in the recently released Jasmy fan token. So I haven't actually really looked into the fan token because those things don't entertain me. I don't watch sports, so yeah, I doubt I'm gonna be looking into the fan token. And I don't even gamble, but recently I've been gambling a little bit, and just today I banned myself, so I can just knock that thing. That's one of my New Year's resolution as well. No wastefulness with what I have and what I generate and create and make. So yeah. So let's have a look. As for the PDL, we are working to leverage the data of many enthusiasts and turn it into value by deploying it in the recently released Jasmy fan token. Tell me, how does customers view bitget and what it is? Okay, so now Hara's asking bitget a question. So they're asking each other one-to-one questions. Bitget, what is customer protection? So okay, this goes like bitget receives an A+ ranking for 12 SSL indicators together with genuine appreciation from crypto community, which shows 4.9 star rating in both Google Play, and our mission is to provide top-notch customer protection and a seamless user experience by getting operational license from 3 different authorities such as US, Canada and Australia. While adhering to local regulations, we conduct uninterrupted operations across the globe. So how will Jasmy ensure that this model is sustainable? That's interesting. US, Canada and Australia are both British territories. So that's interesting, man. It says, so how will Jasmy ensure that its model is sustainable? The most important thing for our sustainability is the sales we sell at fiat to companies. So the companies are buying Jasmy. So you could expect the value to be going down, but the value for the data generated, and plus because it's going to be a fair exchange of data, companies won't be getting taken to court. So things like Meta, you won't be able to sue them because it will be a choice of you giving your data away for an exchange of value. So yeah, Jasmy's found a very niche market, man. And it says the most important thing for our sustainability is the sales we sell at fiat to companies. Currently, our KPIs are the number of secure PCs, PDLs, and fan token users. I didn't know the fan token users were part of the PDL KPI. But yeah, that's something new. Okay. These usage fees will allow Jasmy to earn revenue and develop sustainability. I reckon a lot of their operations are probably automated, and they probably just have a few technicians and specialists and professionals that overlook everything to make sure it just goes nice. So I don't think they have too much costs. The technology, people buy that, so that's making money anyway. They're not going to sell something at a loss. At the end of the day, it's going to generate value for these companies, and like I said, it's going to prevent these companies from getting taken to court and sued and things for data breaches. Okay, these usage fees will allow Jasmy to earn revenue and develop sustainability. What will expand, although we are convinced that the spread of these will add to, and in the future, what will expand, although we are convinced that the spread of these will add to, and in the future greatly exceed the value of the company's business and the data marketplace generated from the IoT and personal data Jasmy creates. So let's just say, for example, why this is big news for companies that hold this coin is some of these companies and institutions that are buying Jasmy to utilize and use for data exchange with their customers, the end user, they're not allowed to sell Jasmy. I think there's a small percentage that they can trade, but they're not allowed to trade it. They can only hold. They're only allowed to hold it for products and services in the future. And I reckon part of that is a kind of trusting, because what happens is they're going to hold these coins. Yes, Jasmy is going down. Yes, these companies are probably stressed right now. But when Jasmy goes up, it's going to go up, and it's going to probably exceed what the company initially brought it for, which makes the value of the company go up holding this coin. And because this company is not going to be able to sell this coin, because they only allowed to hold it, and because it's a regulated company by Japanese government and stuff, and it's aiming to go for whitelisting, yeah, people can't mess about. Basically, it's got to be done properly. But yeah, it's going to greatly increase the value of those companies that have invested in Jasmy, invested in the utility of the data. It's going to increase their value. And also, those companies are not going to be getting sued like Facebook, Google, Amazon, and those kind of things for data breaches, because there is going to be no data breach. It's going to be a fair exchange, and because it's going to be an airtight technology with near enough no mistakes. Yes, you could probably expect a few flaws in the technology, a few issues, a few, there could be a few glitches or whatever, but those things could be programmed out, so yeah, there's no doubt that continue to have value will be key to engage in many. Okay, I'll expand. Although we convinced I spread these out features greatly exceed the value of company business data marketplace. So we just covered that. There is no doubt this will continue to have value and will be the key to engaging many participants in the business. So Hara asks them, tell me, how does bitget protect its investors? I'm glad you're asking this question. We're always one step ahead of the game. Bitget has announced back on August the 1st, 2022, a US $200 million bitget investor protection fund, which directly mitigates investors' concerns of unforeseen volatility. After the recent events involving FTX, we directly increased this investor protection fund to 300 million, which I can't read the very last bit of it. Okay. After the recent which can be monitored on the chain, and we accept the supervision of investors at any time. So basically they're trying to be very transparent as well. So it sounds like they're trying to do what Binance is doing. Binance is like, we'll show you our books, we've got nothing to hide, we can show you all our transactions, we got nothing to hide. And that's what these guys are trying to do. And also when this FTX thing happened, I'm sure Binance increases protection fund also, I'm sure. So after telling us about your key features and sustainability, can you tell us what are Jasmy's next steps for its long-term goal? So hara says, in our white paper roadmap, we recognize that we are in a period of PDL proliferation. Proliferation followed by a period of growing its value. Yeah. So he's saying that we are in a period of PDL proliferation, personal data lockers. So that's the data that's being generated. So yes, there's the companies that have brought this technology, they're using it now. So when the data is generated and it comes back, well, it's going to generate value, isn't it? So that's when we're going to see something. First, we are working with a number of solution services to accelerate the spread of the PDR. We have set a KPI of more than 100 million in 5 years, but we would like to accelerate this goal as much as possible, and for this purpose we would like to collaborate with many global companies. At the same time, we are conducting a Find Happiness project as a demonstration experiment. We are promoting the value of personal data, even if it is not big data, by having people use the information for secondary purposes. Now, this happiness project, Uber has spoken about this many times. In fact, we did a video last night where some of the audio was missing, but Uber went into a lot of detail, and we spoke about the happiness project. We actually found a few things as well, but yeah, this was before Jasmy was listed as well. They had something in Japan where they had these disinfectant dispensers. So you know how you had the hand cream when the COVID scamdemic was happening? Well, you have to smile at the machine, and depending on how happy you are, depends on if the machine dispenses any disinfectant. It was called the Happiness Project, and they're actually doing it again. I think they have something currently on their website, and it's some daily thing where you go on there, it asks you some questions. I think the Japanese were doing it, and they recently, I think 2 days ago, opened it up for international people to use now, so I'm sure we can go on there now. So yeah, it's just interesting. Okay, so guys, we are now in a hurry to grow this value to provide it to more businesses and maximize its value. Oh yeah. Tell us about Builder Fund. At this is Hara asking the exchange now. Oh, my neck is so bright. At bitget, we are about rebuilding bigger and better. Our core values of integrity and transparency matter more in times like this than ever before, since the recent fiasco surrounding FTX has brought a significant impact to the entire blockchain world and related platforms. You know what I've noticed is how many times FTX has been brought up. Now, a lot of other exchanges are using FTX as an example. So whenever somebody's making a point now, they're going, oh, because of this FTX thing, oh, this is why we're doing this. And yeah, man, it just shows that whenever you don't do something properly, people will crucify you. Character assassinate yourself, or yeah, it's kind of interesting, man. So it says, since the recent fiasco surrounding FTX has brought significant impact to the entire blockchain world and related platforms. As a builder in the crypto community, bitget has been receiving a big wave of requests for help. In the past few weeks, we presented a 5 million USD builders fund to help the partners and traders affected by the FTX events. More actions will be taken by us to rebuild trust in this industry. So where trust has been lost, the others are going to take over to rebuild. Especially places like Binance, they wanna reassure everyone, so they're gonna do things, and it's definitely planned. Come on. Speaking of FTX, in views of the incident, what are your thoughts about it? We take FTX very seriously, as it is a company that we also do business with, albeit in small quantities. The most important point here is that they did not distinguish between their own assets and those of their customers and conducted their business dishonestly. Well said, hara, man. We are doing business under strict Japanese regulations, audits, and the taxations. I believe that the dissemination of business by Japanese companies will become very important in the coming years, with members and legal advisors who are well versed in Sony's governance auditing of listed companies. We strive to create a corporate organization that you can trust with your business and confidence and data. But yeah, they're letting you know they're serious. They're not cutting no corners. They're not making the same mistakes XRP made. XRP is going to be okay, but Jasmy is going to be better, because Jasmy is not going to make any of the mistakes. They're just going to do things properly, and if something's not done properly and they need to go back and fix it, they're going to go back and fix it so it is done properly, and that's how it seems. So I think it's good, man. Ask about proof of reserve, POR. So this is the exchange talking now. Speaking of the recent FTX issues faced by FTX, when it broke out, bitget was one of 5 exchanges that vowed to publish Merkle Tree audit certificates immediately. Merkle Tree, Merkle Tree. Merkel, like Angela Merkel, like German Merkel. Who makes these words up, man? Proof of reserve is an auditing procedure that verifies the public wallet ownerships of an exchange. This provides transparency and proof on-chain reserves that are held within bitget are held at a 1-to-1 ratio. To achieve this, we store the hash of each user account. My hash is here, man. My hash is right here. To achieve this, we store the hash of each user's account assets in a leaf node. What weed head named these things? What pothead named crypto flipping things? Oh my days. Okay, assets in a leaf node on a Merkle tree, an effective way of verifying data integrity and services as a summary of the transactions in a block. Each user can verify that their funds are included in the Merkle tree by checking the total amount of users' assets stored in the Merkle tree leaf nodes. Transparency and user protection are of utmost importance. That is why our reserve ratio that is why our reserve ratio is currently nearly at 2.5 times the total user assets across BTC, ETH and USDT. All BTC, ETH and USDT addresses from bitget are public to view, and our solvency program has also begun updated to GitHub. So Hara, why do you think that bitget is trustworthy exchange for you to cooperate with? On November 30, Binance announced its expansion into Japan through M&A. At the same time, now, oh no, into Japan through M&A. At the same time, new Japanese users are no longer able to register with Binance. In the short term, Japanese users will feel that their options are limited and that they can only trade a limited number of currencies at high spread. So I got a broken neck, so I'm just clicking my neck and relieving shit. Japanese users will feel that their options are limited and that they can only trade a limited number of currencies at high spreads. On the other hand, it is also true that Binance has received repeated warnings from Japan's financial services agency. We are eager to revitalize the Japanese market, so we see this trend as very positive in the medium to the long term. So yeah, they've had issues, but they're very positive about things. So it's a good sign. Binance being in Japan is also a good sign, but they can't be a threat to these other Japanese exchanges or Japanese interests. They need to be respectful. Don't be stepping on anyone else's toes. Basically, focus on what you're focusing on. Don't try to overdo too much, because they do try to do a lot. Binance do. They do try to cover a lot as well. And yeah, I get it. That's how they make money. But yeah, man, let the smaller guys have a chance as well. But yeah, like FTX, if people are not straight and they are dirty, expose them. Fuck it, expose them. Help everyone else, man. Bitget is also doing a lot of PR for Japan. Japan is a content powerhouse, and countless Web3 projects, including NFTs, are still being created. As a business partner that can be expected to grow in the future, we have expectations for exchanges with a large number of traders, users, to build an environment that facilitates companies to use crypto assets for payment, remittance, rewards, donations, etc. in their businesses. Do you guys have any community updates? And this is the exchange saying, we are excited to announce the launch of our new Discord server update. We are excited to announce the launch of our Discord server. He said that twice. Man, you dumb. In which, during our first phase, we are issuing a total of 4k USDT on prize pool for our community members that reach a certain level on the server, level 1530 and 40, 15, 30 and 40. Damn, I need to just like spam it with random comments so I just like get ranked up quick. Prize will be rewarded on the conclusion of the event, and the first phase will last a month, December 12th to January 12th. This is a test run in order for us to gather data and preparation for bigger one later on. We implemented various tasks and quests to further increase engagement of our users within the server. They've got loads of spelling mistakes. I thought it was just me, but the way that they've written certain things, only Google Translate would do something like this. And reorganize our channels categories so our users can express more freely amongst themselves. They're gonna ban me straight away because I'm a troll. I did join yesterday and say a few things. It's kind of funny. With the addition of our newly implemented reputation system, users will have access to additional bonus points, which will help them gather enough experience for the chance to be at the top of the ranking system. We also release various smaller events through the week for users to gain more XP and trial funds in a fun and interesting way. Currently, we're issuing a weekly $300 trial fund prize pool to our Discord community member that takes participation on it. See, they got loads of mistakes, man. Who takes participation on it? Currently, we are issuing a weekly $300 trial fund to prize pool to our Discord community member that takes participation on it. So come check out server update channel to read more about our ongoing campaign. And please do not join our AMA channel for our chance to share $100 jasmy. For our IMA quick airdrop link will be shared. Yeah, but yeah, man, we keep it good. But yeah, just thought I'd do a little walk through the AMA. And while I'm at it, I might as well look at a few of these, yeah. So, solutions, plus the IoT, plus the module, which is the chips, plus the app, which is the application, plus the analysis, which is your data, all gets linked together, and that's what creates the IoT. That's what links your real life data to a digital version of you, and it could probably be stored on an NFT or some crazy shit. These are Hara's very first tweets, by the way. For big makers, OEM solutions, GW for non-high tech, for SMES module solutions, for solution provider J. I'm not even joking, yeah, but my neck is actually broke, bro. Yeah, I can't move my neck in certain ways, man. Broke. Edge IoT, so edge technology, IoT technology, business model, device management, and the fucking cloud IPFS thing, which is your data locker. All these things linked. Secure knowledge communicator. So you got your schedule, you got your computer with your user plugged into it, then you got your shopping, you got a list, your data of your things, it all go into your app that goes onto the SKC, that's your Jasmy platform, the SKC and the SG, the core component, you got your Jasmy net, which is all of that, and then you got your user support. So when you go to ring up a call center, all you have to do is scan your fingerprint on your phone, and they'll be like, hey, yeah, we have all your records here. We don't even need to ask you any questions. You are who you say you are. Yes, that is your device. Yes, that you're holding. Yes. And you'll get serviced way quicker, way more efficiently, way more smarter. You go to the doctor and you go, doctor, man, I keep farting and keep pooing. And the doctor's like, what have you eaten? You know, I'm not sure actually. Let me just check your secure data locker. Yeah. It says you've been drinking beer every day. No wonder you're pooing. I'm just making that up, by the way, but yeah. Don't drink beer. So you got things like this. We got a lot of gems. If you scroll all the way up to the very first tweets Hara ever made. Oh yes, there's a lot of gems. There is a lot of gems. You can see this is all like, they've probably got like some basic, he's probably got his nephew or something. He's like, hey nephew, yeah, we're gonna need some diagrams made. Sony's hired me to make this stuff for them. Yeah man, I don't want to look bad, can you help me? Yeah, sure. Just go on Google, just get some pictures, copy paste, draw a square, right, SGSKC, This is where it's the end of the stream and I'm just having a bit of fun. But yeah, you got your first listings, man. Look at the dates. A lot of information here. So, Coinbase going public. I believe that crypto asset and crypto companies are future of finance and we must make that future happen. Most exchanges in Japan are under the capital of listed companies, and after the coin spill incident they are required to be audited by CPAs. In other words, I believe that they are as safe as... Yeah, my neck's broke. My neck's actually broke. Mechanism blockchain will not to audit it, cannot explain its strengths and weaknesses, and cannot point out internal control issues. In Japan, there are rules. The rules are already in place. I believe that improving auditing capabilities and understanding in the stock market is what will grow the crypto asset and crypto companies that are future of finance. We're going to... It goes without saying that tax laws need to be revised. Look at the date and look what happened after those dates. Oh, tax laws in Japan all changed. They had a green list of trusted assets. Yeah, man, it's all good. And then you had all this stuff here back in April. This is obviously, this is how we linked Vio into this, because we saw... Oh damn, I just pressed the bloody button, man. Damn. Oh no, I gotta scroll all the way back. No, I gotta scroll all the way back down, man. But that was back in April, yeah. But look how many listings there are, man. I remember that Binance listing. I made a Binance meme just before it. I was like, list on Binance, man. It was crazy. But there was a listing before Binance and nothing really happened with it. But everyone was like, Jasmy's gonna pump, because they're used to seeing it pump, and it just didn't. But you can see just pure listings. Look, so many listings, so many listings. Yeah. Some days there was like 2 or 3 listings in one day. So I'm just going down so you can see, like, there's a lot going on. Hey Giselle, you cute. You cute. Don't tell her I said that. A big buster. I don't buy a jasmy, no. Pinto. Hiya, cricketer. Sorry. Paris Hilton. Gucci, North Face, jasmy. Big boss. I am not a little boss, I am a big boss. Oh, more exchange listings. Hubai, MEXC, Crypto.com. Like, there's crazy amount of listings, man. Come on. Tell me another coin that's made listings like this. Oh, and earlier on in the talk, I was talking about eGame. Well, eGame is in the top left-hand box on the bottom row, third one across. eGame, and you've got X-Road right next to it. X-Road is also another coin that is linked to Jasmy, and it says backers and partners. Yet when you find anything on this stuff, you don't find anything about Jasmy anymore, but you did before. It used to be on the white paper, and a lot of things have changed in the matter of a year. So I don't even know if some of these partnerships still exist. So that's some things we got to look into. But yeah, man, look, another listing there, another listing here, another listing here. Come on, man, another listing here. Man, look at this new listing. New listing. And this is the thing, I'm going to go through every single one of these listings, and I'm creating my own list. So I've got confirmation, alright, this is happened on this date, that's happened on that date, so on and so forth. Boom, 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 boom. Just loads of listings, literally there's and this is in a matter of a year, a year and a half max. Yeah, this is near the end. These are the last tweets. Yeah, that's the very last tweet. So you got the first one, Coinbase, you know what I mean, Gate.io listing, Bitrex Global. I really want to play some Call of Duty. Pancake swap shit. OVO. Mad hairdo. Jasmy. But yeah, we're just going through all these things, man. There's a hell of a lot of... Oh, by the way, these things here, you see here, Gate.io, lock and earn. The very first one sold out within 1 minute. Sold out completely. The second one sold out within, I think, like 30 seconds. The third one sold out within 10 seconds. And we was like, how can we get into these? So we've removed our passwords and all our security from our accounts. So we didn't have it, just like copy paste and type your password and enter, and we managed to get in there. But then after we got into that one hold and earn, there was never another one after that, and we was pissed because to move our coins out of there, it cost us the same amount as what we earned. So yeah, it's just interesting. But yeah, nice one for locking in today. Let me just go onto the Discord and see what we got going on. Got a new message. But yeah, man. Peace out. Have a new good year. New Christmas. A fucking broken ass neck. It's like a bone sticking out this side, man. I don't even wanna. Oh, I don't even wanna force it, man, cause fucked. But yeah, peace out. Big up Jasmy community, man.